Hello, I'm Isaac from Wotso Videos, where we discuss fun topics for fun people, and today's Disney discussion is being led by questions from my wonderful subscribers, so you. If you enjoy me answering some Disney and personal questions, then make sure to like and share this video to let me know you want to see more videos like this one. And without further ado, welcome to the 4th Wotso Videos Q&A. First question is, why doesn't Rapunzel wear shoes? I think the main reason she doesn't wear shoes is because she doesn't like wearing them, because they feel her freedom is being restricted and that she's losing some of her innocence. Without shoes, her foot is not restrained or imprisoned. She is free. And when she's not wearing shoes, much like a child, her feet are completely exposed to the ground. She can feel and experience everything the world has to offer for her. In the comics, she does wear shoes on occasion and has gotten used to them, but for the most part, she chooses not to wear them because I think she wants to feel free and innocent like a child. The next question! The next question is, do you believe all of your theories? Okay, the truth is that after some time, and after learning how to make theories a little bit better every single time, yeah, there's some that I don't necessarily fully believe in anymore. I mean, some of my original ones were kind of more conspiracy than actual, evidence-based theories. So some of those I don't totally buy into anymore. And some of them are just kind of explorations of a topic, not necessarily what I think is the actual canon. Every time I make a video, I fully believe in it and think it could be legitimate. But it just so happens that over time, it sometimes just doesn't age as well as I would have liked it to. Now it is time to look at some fan mail that was sent to my P.O. box, which is always linked in the description of every video. I'm sorry that some of these letters kind of are being discussed way later than they were sent, but I have trouble deciding where I should focus on these fan mails. If you have an idea, let me know in the comment section. This letter specifically is from Lucas, who is from England. You know, just across the pond. He's wondering, which animated Disney movie would you like to see turned into a live-action movie? Well, Lucas, I think the best choice for that would be Bambi. Bambi was originally created so that Walt Disney could show off new animation techniques and show how realistic animation could be. I think a live-action Bambi would be able to accomplish this feat in the 21st century. I think this live-action film could immerse us into this nature story in a new way using current technology. Plus, I think that this live-action version would be able to create an even more intense and emotionally driven story because of how realistic it could be. The next letter comes from Jordan, who asks, do you have any hobbies? Okay, the truth is I kind of struggle to have hobbies. I like to watch Netflix and Hulu and HBO sometimes to watch a lot of the adult shows that I'm into, like The Sopranos and Game of Thrones. I guess truth be told, although I love Disney, it's not the only thing I watch. And occasionally I enjoy running and hanging out with friends. But beyond that, I mean, my main focus is YouTube. I have a lot of fun making videos and I have a lot of fun discussing movies, so this is the main thing I focus on outside of school, which perfectly leads into the next question. Which perfectly leads into the next letter by Devin, who is from South Africa. Another pal from over the pond. Devin says, since the end of last year, my mom and I have been talking about subjects I should take and what career I should take. What must I study in university and what subjects must I choose because I want to be a linguist, an actress, and a singer? What do you do for a living? Okay, Devin, see, I don't know if I would be the best person to ask on what courses you should take. It sounds like you have a diverse set of interests, and I can totally relate to that. I don't want to steer you in any specific direction, but here's a take on what I did. So I'm getting a degree in mathematics, which, you know, is a little bit different from my whole YouTube thing, but the idea there is that this will provide me with some type of degree and will be able to act as a showcase that I am a diverse human being. If I want to teach mathematics or teach in general, I have this degree that I can use. But while I'm studying all of that to have a practical option in my future, I'm also doing this whole YouTube thing so I can pursue my dream of discussing Disney. What I'm really trying to say is shoot for the stars, pursue your dreams, and make sure you explore every option you can. Thank you for sending all these letters, and if you'd like to send a package or a letter or something like that, then yeah, definitely check out the P.O. box in the description. Moving on! Do you think Disney sequels and spin-offs take away from the original? Although Disney sequels and spin-offs are linked to the original through characters and story arcs, that doesn't mean that anything from the original has to be taken away from these new entities. It can be frustrating when characters you love and stories you love are sometimes altered later on or from a prequel story, but I think that you can just look at these individually, and if you do that, then you can feel happier about each individual property. Now for a serious question. Would you execute Order 66? I would do anything for my Emperor. Emperor Palpatine is our Lord, our Emperor. I would do it. For him. Do it. Do it. Do it. Here's a good question. I've heard you mention a Ben in some videos, so I was wondering, would the Ben you mentioned sometimes happen to be Ben Karlin? No. See, I've got a different Ben, a separate Ben, totally his own, who lives in my town. Different Bens. This one people were really wondering about. What are your opinions on the Disney movie Bolt? Okay, Bolt is one of those movies that I did not see in theaters because I was in that weird in-between age where I wasn't totally into Disney because I was a child and wasn't watching it as a adultish teenage person, so I was in this weird middle zone when that came out. So I actually just recently in the past few years saw Bolt for the first time. I liked Bolt. It was an interesting premise, but I wasn't something that completely resonated with me as much as other films that I saw later on, like Tangled or Princess and the Frog. There was not anything specifically I remember that really held me back from loving it more, but that's just kind of how I feel about it. If you have any ideas for theories or videos you'd like discussed, make sure you leave them below because I would love to discuss Bolt at some point. Speaking of topics I should do in the future, will you expand your research to other animation studios, Blue Sky, Sony? If there are compelling topics in these animated films and you would like me to discuss them, once again, just let me know. I really try to stay on the nose with staying up to date with Disney TV shows and movies, but sometimes other animations kind of go in the back of my mind because I don't really focus on them as much because I'm not invested in their companies as much. But as I learned from what I recently learned from the How to Train Your Dragon saga, that Disney is not always the only company that's making wonderful stories, because honestly, How to Train Your Dragon is my current obsession this summer. Expect a video on Hiccup and Astrid's relationship coming soon. I mainly stay up to date with Disney properties, but I hadn't heard of this one. What are your current thoughts on the rumored Dragon Empire? When I heard about this, I was like, what? What are you talking about? And then I looked it up, and man, Dragon Empire looks dope. Now, I'm not totally sure yet if the Dragon Empire is a rumor or if it's confirmed. I couldn't really tell by the articles I was looking at, but I'll leave all those linked in the description for you to check them out too, and the details that were being discussed. But what it sounds like is that Dragon Empire is going to be a replacement for the Jack and the Beanstalk story Gigantic that was originally going to come out. Like I said, I am really into the How to Train Your Dragon movies right now, so to hear that Disney is going to be making something with dragons on their own and it being an original story makes me super excited. Hype is real. And now that was the last question of the Q&A, so if you enjoyed today's Q&A discussion, then click that like button, and if you are interested in staying up to date with more magical Disney videos, then click that subscribe button and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. So now it's time for the question of the day, sponsored by my patrons. To become a patron yourself, check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/WotsoVideos. Are you excited for the rumored Dragon film? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, along with any other ideas you have for future Discovering Disney episodes. If you'd like to see more Wotso videos, then check out some awesome pics over here. And as always, thanks for watching and have a magical day.